What's up? This is going to be a quick update. Okay, maybe just a few minutes. All right. I just came on here to give you what you might want to look at for this week. So we only have like uh, Wednesday we'll have FOMC minutes. That'll be like midday. Probably nothing will happen. Then on Friday we'll have the PCE report. So some really more inflation data, but that's Friday morning. Probably nothing then. This week we'll have some earnings. Only big one would be Walmart. That will be it. And so I don't expect too much from that, honestly. So let me quickly go over something. So nothing happened over the weekend, right? Nothing happened. Friday ended pretty good for Bitcoin. Not much else though. Now, if we look at it after that Friday pump over the weekend, you had some low volume pushing through here. So let me get so we're still in the pink area, pink zone, okay? And we did pretty well observing this area. So this 66 to 67,000 in Bitcoin looks like where they want to go, okay? So this will be an inside zone of the larger pink area. And you can see like Thursday, it was getting better because you had a lot of volume. Like you notice like most of the volume comes in during the market hours, NYSE market hours. So that's why Bitcoin is particularly. And you see like most of the time, like okay, it pumps, goes back down, but then we're gonna make a new lower low that's significant. Here you had a bigger move, right? You had a push up, not much result, and then like overnight it falls through. That's like what happened. But this one was a lot better. You had the initial pump, goes back down during the day, but overnight it recovers and holds. Then you do the next day, you go down, all right, but then look, it's not much lower than the previous day, and then overnight you work your way up, and then Friday you pump. So good, that's good. You see like the 66 to 57 area hold. Looks like Monday on President's Day, when the futures open and all that stuff, like over the Sunday, you see it's trying to hold it again. See that? So this is during like the next futures market movement, and then you see this here. So right now, we're trying to hold it again. Now, if it opens, the market opens, and Bitcoin just flushes right through it, then I would be ready. So that's about all I'm looking for. If you look at the Nasdaq itself, you see, this is how it closed on Friday. Not good. Like, it was unexciting. That's why I didn't even bother making a presentation. It was just like, man, I'm just going to do my thing, go on vacation, whatever. F this. This is boring. So, early morning, we had a lot of fighting going on. So, if I zoom in, I can show you like a ton of fighting. Zigzag, 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 zigzag. Once it got resolved, okay, it's pushing up. And then it's like, what is this? It just gives it all the way, so it does nothing the whole day. So that's why it's expected, kind of, because once you didn't see it really fly, it should have flew immediately once it was trying to fight through here. But it did. It just like, yeah, very little, very little. So there's not many earnings this week that should affect the Nasdaq, even less than last week. Maybe one software company, two software companies, mostly Walmart. That's it. So nothing to expect. I think it should be a boring week, but maybe I'll be surprised. Something comes out of nowhere. The Chinese markets are closed. Nothing's going to go on. I think Friday, like I said, we'll have inflation numbers. Wednesday, the Fed will release the meeting minutes from last meeting. Okay, so they might change the messaging there. Maybe it will affect the bond market, but so far nothing there. Oh, by the way, the bond market did well on Friday. So is that bad? So, but not a clear message. Though. Not a very clear message. So I think the bond market might go up. So I might come on sometime later today and say, like, hey, you know what, really consider buying too. But oil recovered, so I'm not worried about oil or anything like that. We do have some smaller oil companies releasing some of their earnings. Maybe that affects it. A lot of gold companies, silver companies. So you might want to watch that. Even if silver and gold do nothing much this week, those mining companies might start affecting things in that area. Okay, see you around later. Very short update. Uh, the, the I will probably try to get on panel for Napstar's Voight thing today, Voight Analytics. So he'll do it later tonight. So go and subscribe to his channel. So we're going to talk more Voight stuff. Because I'm not sure if the market's going to be interested this week. But again, wait for the opening bell, which will happen in several hours, and you'll see if Bitcoin flushes the toilet or NASDAQ. If it's NASDAQ and this, then yeah, okay, get the hell out of it. Or just short, just go short every single day. Palantir, you see, like here, it's just dancing just above 126. This has to hold. These software companies which have been taking a beating, a real terrible beating. If this thing just breaks, next target is somewhere around 65. I don't know if it's just going to be a straight line down because I'm really surprised. But, yeah, I would be very surprised if this gets up. Like, this is the IGV. This is the whole. A lot of retail has been buying this dip. I'm not sure if that's a good thing or a bad thing because retail did buy a lot of this dip and it was okay. Right? They bet against Trump. Right? Trump just gave up all his war talk and all that stuff. And here it's just because AI software companies have not delivered. There's a lot of skepticism here. They're all in hardware. That's another problem. I don't know. It has to be something big. So this thing just to say, bye bye, we're not even going to hold this number. Continue that. If that does happen somehow this week, some news comes out of nowhere and that left field, all right. And if Bitcoin goes down, well, like I said, I would be looking to buy if I was a gambler. If it hits 60 or below, it might even hit 50K briefly. That might be a real good time to buy in so that you can have a quick trade back up to 80. But it's a risk. So we're definitely stuck in that pink area for a while, maybe 55 days. I don't know. Usually the Bitcoin ranges have been long, and this has been a significant bottom here because there's a lot of volume. So 55 days, probably what it is. I don't think it's just going to come and shoot back up. No, especially with the NASDAQ, most likely. Okay, 10 minutes. All right. See you around. Just be sure to go to Napstar's thing.